Welcome to the Miracle Morning Mastermind. Today's topic is about bad habits and good habits. When I was taking on my first job, I got a job through a temp agency in Washington, D.C., because I was never planning on being a permanent employee, if you catch my drift. And one of my first assignments, I was assigned to work in the mail room. And in the mail room, I noticed that the process of taking the mail and putting it in the containers was very inefficient. And you all know my brain is hardwired for making things more efficient because I'm an INTP personality type. That's the personality type I was given by God for a reason. We all have one. And it was just bothering me that the process was so efficient. And so each one of us, if I recall, was handed a certain amount of mail, and we were to put the mail and sort the mail properly and put it in the right containers. And I found a way to do it way more efficiently. And it got to the point where I was doing twice as much in the same amount of time. And it got more and more efficient. I was moving moving faster and faster. And I was probably the youngest person working in that mailroom. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I just got like a spiritual flashback or revelation in this story. It's probably the youngest person in the mailroom, and I started to notice my coworkers were getting upset with me. And the message was, "What are you doing? If you keep moving at that pace, they're going to expect all of us to be more productive." And I was so confused. Like, what's wrong with that? If we can be more productive, why wouldn't we be more productive? And they were upset. And what's interesting in that, I didn't understand at first. I'm like, why would anybody want to be less productive than they can be? What sort of mindset is this? I want to do less and get paid more, or do less and get paid the same? It was a foreign mindset. It was the exact opposite of what I was taught by Napoleon Hill, who wrote The Science of Personal Achievement. And The Science of Personal Achievement is a 20-year study on the most successful people in the world. And it broke down the 17 laws, universal laws of success, 17 universal laws of success. Maybe I'll put a PDF in the chat. And one of the laws of success is called the habit of going the extra mile. Successful people always do more than is required. But here I was facing a culture where the people around me wanted to do less than they could do and still get a full day's pay. Less, I want to do less. They wanted to do less and still get a full day's pay. Well, I ended up getting promoted. I didn't even know what a promotion was. I think I was 16 years old, 17 maybe. And they moved me from the basement where the mailroom was, and they moved me up to the office and trusted me with more responsibility. They even gave me a key to the building to come in after hours by myself. And they trusted me to do things in the office upstairs. And I just got like a spiritual revelation that that's how promotion works in God's kingdom. Because I was operating in a godly principle of going the extra mile, he who sows sparingly, will reap sparingly. I'm hearing a proverb right now or a scripture. He who sows sparingly will reap sparingly. He who sows generously will reap generously. And if going the extra mile is a godly principle, guess what the habit of doing less must be? I'll let you figure that out. But I can assure you it's an ungodly principle that is designed to harm us. It's a sickness. The habit of doing less and expecting more, it's a sickness. It's disgusting. And it's detrimental. I was sharing this with um, conversation with our power team leaders, and Mr. Boone said something powerful. He said just enough. That mindset of just enough. And yesterday here I shared I was listening to Myron Golden. Do listen to Myron Golden, by the way. He has two channels. He has a business channel and he has a Bible study channel. And what I love is that he's committed to proper context, teaching in proper context, in truth. And so he reminded me of something I learned a long time ago about the word sin. And what he was breaking down was that the term sin, this term iniquity, the term trespass, um, they all have different meanings and people use them interchangeably, but each one is actually a very different term. A sin is different from a trespass. A trespass is different from an iniquity. But what he reminded me that I knew before was that the word sin is an archery term, like bow and arrow, and it means to miss the mark, to fall short. Has anybody like me ever aimed for something and fallen short of the goal, fallen short of the target? Meaning the arrow didn't even hit the target, it fell to the ground before reaching its intended target. That's called a sin. And I thought about it in our business, in life, we have goals that we have as quote unquote targets, right? And it made me think as I was taking some notes the other day, what causes people to miss the target? And what causes people to miss the target habitually? Like it's a normal thing to miss the target. I'm like, there's something off. If if I've developed a habit of missing my target, something needs to be corrected on the root level. And so Proverbs 10, sloth makes you poor, diligence brings wealth. Proverbs 10. Thank you, Dr. George. And I thought about it, and the first thing that came to my mind, I was talking to the Holy Spirit, and the first thing that came to my mind is that sometimes we quote unquote miss the target because the target wasn't really the target. Sometimes what we say is the target is not really the target. Like in our business, somebody might say, oh, Performance Club is my target. But if you look at their plan, we know that 10 equals 2 and 1. So if I want 2 more customers and 1 more business partner, that means a bare minimum, listen to my language, bare minimum, I have to show 10 more people followed by a 3-way in order to enroll another 2 members and 1 associate. That's bare minimum. That's not going the extra mile. That's not doing more than enough to guarantee the outcome. That's bare minimum. So if somebody says the target is Performance Club and they needed 2 more customers and 1 more associate to achieve the goal, and they only do 8 presentations followed by a 3-way, and then they're shocked that they fell short, something is wrong internally. Why would it be okay to do 8, which is less than the minimum activity required, and habitually do that over and over again? If you can put what that scripture is, Pastor Glenn. And then, so let's take executive director. If 10 equals 2 and 1, and you add a 0 to each of those numbers, then 100 equals 10 and 20. So if 100 presentations was required between you and your team, whether there's 2 of you or 3 of you or 5 of you or 1 of you on your team, if executive director required 100 presentations minimum, and that would give you 10 recruits and 20 combo plan customers, and then that means the minimum requirement is 100 presentations between you and your team. If you have a full 4 weeks, that would be minimum 25 presentations per week, followed by a 3-way between you and your entire team. That would be a minimum of 5 presentations a day between you and your team. But let me tell you, Some people continuously let a day pass by. They say the goal is executive director, but they don't even ensure that 5 presentations happen every day. There's no urgency that kicks in and says, I got to make sure these 5 presentations happen today between me and my entire team. And if my team is, and if I got to do it myself, I'm going to do it myself because I truly am committed to the goal. But that's not enough. That's enough to almost make it. That's enough to develop the habit of falling short. That is not what we do here as born CEOs. We no longer operate in the habit of settling for less, the habit of just enough. We only operate in the habit of more than enough. Somebody unmute and say more than enough.
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 I do more than enough. Come on, I do more than enough.
I do
more than enough.
More than enough.
I do more than
enough.
I do more than enough every day.
I do
more than enough.
more than enough
every
every day.
To ensure the goal is achieved.
To ensure the
To
goal
ensure
is
the goal.
achieved.
The goal.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? So there's only 2 types of people. Very rarely will you have a person that always hits the minimum. It's just rare. And so you're either going to be a person that always does less than enough or just enough, which is the same thing. Just enough is the same as less than enough. Just enough is less than enough to do more than enough.
Repeat that.
Just enough is less than enough to do more than enough. Meaning, just enough is not enough. Just enough is never enough. So the new mindset, the renewed mind, always does more than enough every day. So what does that look like? If the bare minimum for executive director was 100 presentations, and I'm talking about the activity, 100 presentations between you and the organization, minimum, immediately what a born CEO does is double that number. If a minimum required is 100 presentations between me and my organization, but I'm in the habit of guaranteeing that we exceed the victory. We don't fall short around here. We do more than enough. And we always overqualify. Then that means I'm immediately doubling it. Okay, if 100 is the minimum, we're going to map out to do 200 presentations followed by a 3-way. So you divide that by 4, that's 50 a week if you have a full month. If you have less than a month because of a holiday season, you might want to divide that by 3 weeks. So that would be, let's say, 66 or 67 a week. And if there's 5 or 6 days, let's say 6 days in a week, okay, that's 10 a day. So on our team, we're going to find a way between me and my team to do 10 presentations a day, followed by a 3-way. And now we're focused on that. We're always going to overqualify. And it's not that much different when you break it down. And then if there's 10 a day and there's 2 of you, that's only 5 a day between 2 people. And if you break that down by the hour, how many is that an hour? How many hours do you have for your business in a day? So how many text messages could you send out to schedule appointments to have more 3-ways? All right, who got hit with something today? And what hit you?
Coach, you know I got hit all upside the head. You said, oh my goodness, target. You talked about the target. Yeah, there's no use in me saying anything. I got hit all over the head. So, then you talked about habitually. Yeah, I felt something. So that's all I'm gonna say.
And what are you gonna do about it?
Well, I am starting over somewhat, because I have not been doing a plan. I in the past I didn't do a plan, but now I want to work on a plan. I did not. Okay. You know, I keep hearing y'all talk about plan your day, plan today, plan tomorrow, today. Well, okay. I just have to admit, my plan, no plan. Okay. So now I talked to myself yesterday, and I literally want to do a plan. I want to plan today, for tomorrow, because I realize, I've I missed. Okay, I didn't miss. 11 months have gone by, and I have not reached my target. Well, then I didn't plan on my target properly.
You better
I didn't
say
really
that.
plan on my target properly. It's nobody's fault but mine, because sometimes I'll do 2 a day, and sometimes I don't do any a day, and then sometimes I'll do 3. I'll get up to 4. But I forget all that. That's in the past. That's in the past. I got to give it my all now. So my plan, I've got to work on my plan. I'm going to work on my plan. I've already written down how many hours I'm going to work per day. That's as far as I've gotten with my plan. So, okay. I know this is not what you're talking about, or where you are today. I realize my mistake, or my habitual doing the same thing over and over, expecting something different. And I almost couldn't say I do more than enough every day, because it was such a lie. Okay. It felt like such a lie to me. And because it is. It was in the past. So now, okay, my plan, if I don't know who I'm going to talk to every day when I go out, is it really a plan to say that I'm going to talk to 3 people, get them to take a look at a video, and then do three ways? That's my question. I'm Deidre Glover out of Houston area, Houston, Texas. I'm an executive director, and I'm an executive director maker.
Everybody unmute, make some noise for the new Deidre Glover. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. All right now.
Miss
Yes,
Deidre.
Let's
All
go.
right, Miss Deidre, let's do it.
Deidre,
You're on
you're
the
not
right track.
alone.
You're on the right track, my friend. That conviction that you have, you're gonna figure out all the answers because of that conviction.
Okay.
And you're gonna start planning. And part of your plan, you're gonna have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. Plan A, this is who I plan to talk to and how I plan for it to happen. If somehow that falls short, plan B is gonna kick in. And if all else fails, I'm not leaving until I find 3 people to talk to. If I got to set up at a Starbucks or a Panera Bread or whatever, like Liz Q was talking about the other day. So congrats in advance. Who's next?
Pastor Glenn has his hand up.
Pastor Glenn. And then Dr. Mack.
Yes, sir. This is really good. It's the target. Target is the standard. Target needs to be my standard every day. Let me rephrase. Hitting the target, hitting the mark needs to be my standard. It is my standard every day. It's confirmation that you're talking about this, because yesterday, and this not realistic, but I had a thought run through my head. What if I launched every day? What would that look like? If every day I decided I'm gonna launch, and where would that get me? I just wanted to share that.
It's so good. What was that scripture you posted?
That was Paul in Philippians 3:13 and 14. He's talking about forget the past.
Two things that are behind.
Yes, but lean towards the mark, stretch towards the mark. And I'm paraphrasing the last part. Somebody help me with the 14.
Press toward the mark of the prize of high calling.
That's it.
Which is in Christ Jesus.
Yes, that's the mark.
Woo!
I call.
What's my come on? Come on with it. Make some noise, everybody, for Pastor Glenn, the new Pastor Glenn Strotter. Whoop, whoop.
All right.
Pastor Glenn.
Yes.
Dr. Mack, bring us home.
Oh, good morning, everybody. Dr. Carolyn Mack, Washington, D.C. I am an executive director and an executive director maker. I'm so excited. My transformation, Deidre, thank you so much for being so transparent. That's why I said in there, you are in my lane, because I was in the same boat with a goal, no plan, not having a plan, not planning, having heard plan tomorrow, today, and not doing that. And then just kind of just going along and just doing stuff. So yesterday, on a call with Coach, I have made some decisions on December 1st. I made some decisions, and I'm moving forward. My heart is beating so fast right now because I'm so excited, because this is where it is. And so what I did is I printed off all of my contacts off of my phone. I have them here, and I planned my day last night. And as a result, and this is just today, one day, I just decided I'm just going to do the first page. I'm going to go through the first page. I'm going to see all the people, and I'm going to see where they are in my pipeline, whatever the case may be, and I'm going to decide what I'm going to do with them. I'm just going to do one page. Now I have 1,200 people in my phone. Out of that, just today, with planning yesterday for today, I have already done 13 three-way text intros. 13, and I have 10 people I need to reach out to and invite them to see something. And that's just today. I just did that in the last 30, 40 minutes. And that's because I planned yesterday. I had a plan. I knew where they were. I had all the information already outlined. I had sent them information. I texted them. I had met up with them, whatever the case may be. So I knew exactly what to say in my three-way text intros. And that is a result of being pushed by Coach last night on a call to even do that. I did 4 last night, Coach, and got 2 responses with people saying, yes, I'll take a look, or yeah, just basically the follow-up. I was getting caught up in that they weren't responding to me, and then I just left them. And then here I am sitting like, I don't know, I don't have anybody, I don't know who to call. I've reached out to all my people. No, you haven't. Go back. I've heard that said before. Go back. Go get them. Who knows where they may be at this point in their life. I'm so excited about today. I'm getting revelations. Things are coming to me. It's so funny. I just, in my bathroom this morning, I would look down, I don't know what I was looking for, and I found 5 cards. that were just like in my bathroom, just kind of sitting off on a corner or something. I'm like, what is that down there? And I'm like, oh my Lord, that's 5 cars. I got 5 more people I can contact. So it's like, it's when you make the decision, honestly make the decision and put forth the effort. Like Coach said, just enough is not enough. Barely doing it is not enough. Barely, hitting and missing is not enough. And I'm talking to me. I'm not talking to anybody else. I'm talking to me. Hitting and missing is not enough. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of not being where I want to be in this business and watching people come in and blow it up. And here I am still sitting going, well, what is it? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Nothing's happening because I'm not doing anything. But that is changing. That has changed as of yesterday. I'm doing what I need to do, no matter what it looks like. I'm going back to get folks. I am on my way. Thank you for allowing me to share, Coach.
You make some noise for the new Dr. Carolyn Mack.
Yes, yes,
All right,
that's it,
Dr.
Dr. Mack.
Mack.
Dr.
Yes.
Mack.
Go.
Back is back.
Yeah.
She's doing something different because she's being someone different. Dr.
Yeah.
Mack, the assignment last night, that was for the 3-way intros, people who are already at first base, right?
Yes, sir.
Is that what you did 4 of?
Yes, sir.
So and this may help you all because it helped people on my coaching call. Make a list of all the people you've already reached out to before in the past, and they said, yes, I'll look. Those are the people who are already at first base. That's the list of people that you put in a 3-way text and ask somebody else to help move them to a live event or a live Zoom. You put that person in a 3-way text message with somebody else, and you ask that somebody else in the business, would you please let my friend such and such know when the next live Zoom is? That's how you move them from first base to second base. How many people do you have who you, in the last 2 years, who already said yes to looking at something, but they never got put into a 3-way introduction with somebody else? Drop the number in the chat. Is it dozens? Is it over 100? Is it over 200?
I had 13 on page 1 and I got 38 pages.
Just from your cell phone contacts?
Just from myself. And that's my first cell phone, not my second. I have 2 cell phones.
So that's the number of people where you move from first base to second base with a 3-way intro. Do it right now. Put 2 of them in a 3-way text to move them to the next step in the process. Get with another, especially somebody on this line. If you're willing to do 3-way text for each other, put the number 3 in the chat. And reach out to each other so y'all can do 3-way text for each other. Practice on each other. What about ones who have not responded to your 3-way? Perfect. In the game plan document, there's red letters. Look for the red letters. There's a page that has like 5 sentences with red letters in it. In the game plan document, those are all frequently asked questions. Those are the key scenarios that come up. Like, what if they don't respond to the text? And it tells you what to do. So if they don't respond, it tells you what to do if they don't respond to the initial text. Reach out, make a phone call instead of a text. If they don't respond to the text, use a phone call or a voice memo or a video message asking them if they would please respond to the text. or put them in a new one. If your text did not say, Mr. Expert or Miss Expert or Miss Event Coordinator, would you please tell my friend about the next live event? Ignore the last three-way text you sent them and send them a new one. Dr.
Yep.
Max laughing because she probably did that. Just send them a new one, because this is a different one anyway. Send them one where you're asking your event coordinator which is anybody. Anybody is your event coordinator. You're gonna send your workout partner in Legal Shield, your business, send them what you want them to respond, and then put your prospect in a three-way text and ask your event coordinator, would you please let my person know when the next live Zoom is? So you're gonna put in there, and this language is in the game plan document. Hey, Dr. Mack, if Dr. Mack was gonna confirm my guest for the guest list, I would put a group text. Let's say my prospect's name is Pam. I'm gonna say, Dr. Mack, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Pam, or to Pam, who is a local business owner. I was sharing with Pam about a potential strategic partnership I'd like to offer her. Would you please let her know when our next live Zoom presentation is? That's simple. So who is the person and how do we know each other? Let's say with Pam, I haven't spoken to Pam in a year. Pam might not even remember who I am. So I'm going to say in that three-way text to my expert, my event coordinator, my workout partner, Dr. Mack, I would like to introduce you to Pam. A while ago, I was sharing with her some information about XYZ. But the timing may not have been right at the time, back then. I'd like to offer her a strategic partnership opportunity, a potential strategic partnership, in case the timing is better or she knows someone who might be a good fit. Would you please share with her when the next live Zoom is coming up? That's simple. Just who is the person? Make sure you include everything they need to remember you. Why are you reaching out? Because I want to invite them to offer them a potential strategic partnership or work from home opportunity, whatever it is, whatever's fitting. And then what would you like your expert to do, your event coordinator to do? Let them know when the next live Zoom is or a live event. That's simple. The language is in the game plan document where the red letters are. Second base, event coordinator, three-way. Event confirmation, three-way. The goal of this particular type of three-way is simply to move them from first base and get them on the guest list. Everybody put guest list in the chat. Or just say it out loud, guest list.
Guest
Guest list.
You now have someone who confirms people for your guest list from now on. Someone other than you. And that's gonna feel very normal and natural and the easiest thing you ever did. Am I right, Dr. Mack?
Absolutely. Coach,
After
I
you
have
go ahead.
the script from yesterday that you shared
Oh
with
yes,
us.
please. Yes, please put that in the chat. And then we'll also put it in the Facebook group. Very simple. And get all those people that you just said are stuck at first base. Just get them moved off of first base. And watch what happens. And then you're gonna find out. This is the simplest thing ever. And it's gonna speed up your results. But listen, let's go, family. Let's go. Let's renounce that old spirit of lack. that old spirit of doing just enough, which is never enough, and walk into the newness, the renewed mind, the renewed identity as one who does more than enough, one who always does more than enough. Repeat after me one more time. I always do more than enough.
I always
I
do more
always
than
do
enough.
more than enough.
I believe in you all. Love you all. Have a great
Thank
day.
you. Thank you.
Let's
Thank you,
crush it.
Coach.
Great day, Coach.
ED equals.
Every day.
Every day.
What time is it for you?
Ring
It's
time.
ring
Ring
time for me.
time.
Ring time. Let's go. Platinum.